Good morning, gun nuts. I'm Nathan, and this is the Reloading Press. And welcome to the Reloaders Network weekly recap videos that I watched this week. Let's just jump on in. We got Eagle Eye Shooting test the David Stubbs fire lapping system in his new 6.5 Creedmoor Savage 110. This looks like it has a lot of potential for taking an accurate gun and making it even a little bit more accurate. I'm looking forward to seeing how this progresses and making sure that everything's going to work as he thinks it is. The Crazy Scotsman installs the inline fabrication ergo roller handle for his Lee Classic turret press. I really want one for my line and T-Mag. I need to come up with the $55 or whatever it is to get it, and I just haven't done that yet. But it looks like a very nice upgrade to your press. Makes it a lot easier to handle and to work, and those long distance reloading sessions a little bit better. Uncle Jim fits the Atlas, the eBay Atlas bipod to his Keltec PLR 22, and he finds that it kind of transforms the gun, and it takes it from a gun that was kind of a trailer, or that was a Freudian slip. From a Safe Queen to something that he actually enjoys shooting a lot more, where he could throw it up on the burn barrel or whatever he wants to do and use it. It just seems like it changed the whole feeling of the gun, and I can definitely attest to that. Where I've had just a grip change, all of a sudden take a gun from something I enjoyed to something I really, really love. So don't be afraid to do a little modifications like that to make your firearms yours and for your specific purpose. PC Bullet Empire talks about this feller Ed Harris and some pet loads that Harris has developed for lighter bullet weight milsurp type ammunition, so 308, 30-06, things like that. With cast bullets. I think it's with cast bullets only. But anyway, he has some really good stuff with like a 12 grains of red dot load, and it seems like it has really good consistency as far as speeds, but he seems to get a little bit better accuracy with 2400 on actual accuracy. So there definitely seems to be a lot of room for load development, but at the same time it definitely gets him within the wheelhouse of where he needs to be. William C. Chapin? Anyway, I'm sure he'll correct me eventually. Does a little relaxed AR plinking out at 100 yards, and he uses I don't remember which target it is, but it's an NRA target, and he kind of scores his round, and I think that's really good if you want to write that down. If you don't want to keep your targets, which I used to keep all my targets, but I found that I don't refer to them all that often. So you can just score your round based off the NRA target, and then you can write that down to see if you're improving or getting any better over time. I think it's really important for some of those rifles that I might not take out but once every couple months. FUZZTFORKS 8 shows off some older reloading manuals. The funny thing is, a lot of these older reloading manuals are ones that my dad has or had that I kind of grew up around, and I started reading when I started getting into reloading, so it's kind of an emotional attachment. But we talked a little bit about it on the Georgia Shooting Connection. These older reloading manuals are really, really important for getting a good feel for how load development or how loads change over time. And sometimes powders, they change and old reloading data is no longer useful, or sometimes, loads will change in those reloading manuals because somebody got sued or is afraid of getting sued. So I really like Fuzzy's work. Go ahead and check out that video. Fortune Cookie 45LC shows off some vintage ammo that he's had around since like 1972. I think the one box from 82. And I had no idea that 44 mag ammo used to come in copper washed bullets. I mean, full house mag ammo. That would be the quickest way to take your 44 and turn it into a 38. I can't believe they even sold ammo like that. because it has to instantly lead. There's no, I don't know, man. So that was really surprising. There was another one that was swedged. I don't remember which one was swedged and which one was copper washed. But still insane either way. I mean, this stuff works great for like special loads or something, but not full house mags. Buffalo Outdoors talks about a negligent discharge when pocket carrying. This is super important when carrying, whether it's in a pocket or it's in a holster, or if it's in a holster in your pocket. You really have to be safe. Safety has to be your number one priority. Not looking cool. Not even. I know this sounds crazy, but not even functionality. Like, functionality needs to be there, but your primary concern should be safety. Something can be as functional as can be, but if you're going to end up shooting yourself because it's not safe, then it didn't work. So check out Buffalo Outdoors. He gives you some good tips on pocket carrying. Coach Brother Firearms goes over the reloading dies and tools that he or they use for 6.5 Creedmoor. This is really cool because precision reloading is a lot different. Like, for me, you see these are the dies that I'm setting up for my 32 mag reloading, and it's pretty basic. I've got 2 different die sets here, and I'm using a Lee die for case expansion. But these guys really get into some really, really fine Forster dies and things like that. And if you're interested in that, and that's something that you're wanting to go towards, take a look at that video and see kind of what the actual equipment needs to be. And grow into your equipment. Don't go out and buy $400 dies before you know that it's something that you even care about. KFW reviews the RCBS Charge Master Lite. There's a couple different videos reviewing this, and I like KFW's. I like his approach. I like his tempo when he does reviews or talks about kind of educational things. But I'm considering getting, for the first time, an electronic scale, an automatic scale, automatic powder feeder, whatever you want to call them. They're electronic tricklers is what they are. And here's the reason why. Right now, I've never found a reason for one. I always thought it was kind of redundant. Like, I have powder measures. I don't see the speed difference. Like, I can just throw my powder measure and I'm done. I never saw a reason. But loading up these 32 mags, I'm doing about 60 rounds with each powder, but I'm only doing 20 rounds of each powder measurement, or 10 rounds of each powder measurement. So I do 10 rounds and then I change the measurement, and I do 10 more rounds and I change the weight. 10, 10, 10 for these 60 different loads. And doing that with just a Lee dipper and my little Frankfurt Arsenal trickler, what did I say? This takes some cubic hours. And I think that Charge Master Lite would be a great, great machine for doing this process and making it a little bit smoother. Cleaning those things out still looks to be terrible. I don't know. I might find an easier way where I dump the thing and hit it with canned air or something to get it out. I just can't see having to take apart the machine every time. But you have to do what you have to do. KFW's review is really, really good. Take a look at it. Bolt Action Reloading, another review, reviews the scoped rifle case by Allen. I prefer soft cases over hard cases. I don't know why. I just grew up around them, I guess. And hard cases, but trying to find soft cases that aren't designed for a shotgun or a AR, which is a shorty, it's kind of hard to find. So this case by Allen looks like a really nice option. Full Lead Taco writes a short little article on the Reloaders Network, and he posts a video about casting and shooting some 230 grain slick-sided NOE bullets and a suppressed 45 ACP. I don't know how I said that. SIG P220 and a Masterpiece Arms 45 ACP carbine. I had to look up Masterpiece Arms. I'd never heard of them. Looks like a fun gun. It looks like a really, really good bullet and a good pet load. We all should have them for our favorite rounds. It's fun to see Taco shooting this thing, and it doesn't have the SIG doesn't have suppressor sights, so it kind of battles a little bit with it. But it's a nice video to watch for I'm interested in 45 suppressed right now. It's kind of a thing that I'm getting into, and hopefully going to get a gun or two in eventually. So seeing any videos about that I find interesting. Kentucky Ballistics test a 500 Smith & Wesson revolver and rifle against a 4570 revolver and rifle and ballistic gel. And the results I found a little bit confusing because it appeared as though the 4570 handgun had more penetration than the rifle, and I don't quite know why that was. I don't know. But you got some really good results with those Barnes bullets. I've never been a Barnes kind of guy. I just saw them as very, very heavily priced, and I just didn't mess with them. But you got some really, really good expansion and penetration. I mean, slightly over penetration, but depending on what you're shooting, you know, you might need that. So, I mean, it was 20 plus inches of penetration. So take a look at Kentucky Ballistics video on that. It's really cool just to watch. Even if you don't have either one, I have a 4570. I don't have a 500 Smith & Wesson, so I still enjoyed it. Johnny's Reloading Bench tests barrel devices against accuracy. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the video is actually titled Barrel Harmonics. But being that barrel harmonics are not exactly a linear topic, it's a little bit of a pun there. You might be getting barrel harmonics, but you might also be getting gas pressure issues coming from the bow tail, coming from different things. So when you have a muzzle brake, it might do one thing, and then you could have the exact same weighted thing that does another thing with a flash hider, or does another thing with just a weight. So it might not just, you might not be testing just one thing at a time with that. But let me tell you this, man, the differences with these different devices, it looks like he's going to have anything from, he's going to have an inch difference at 100 yards. So it's going to go all the way down to a half inch with the right thing working at its best, all the way up to an inch and a half. And the gun shoots at about an inch and a half on the natch. So these things are making a giant difference in how that gun is performing with the exact same load. And I think this is a great video to watch, especially if you're considering building a rifle, which I've got my 257 Roberts that I'm going to finish up. And there's no doubt in my mind, I'm going to thread the barrel. I'm going to cut it, thread the barrel, so that I can add devices like this to try to fine-tune a load. So get a load that's working well, doing optimal charge weight or Satterley or ladder or whatever it is, and then fine-tune maybe a little bit with seating depth and with these kind of devices. And there's a Harrell one that's adjustable, so you could even buy the Harrell and adjust to get. Anyway, it's really, really cool. I think it's a great topic, and Johnny's doing a hell of a job of trying to explain it. But guys, that's going to do it for this week. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your video this week. Hopefully I'll get to it next week. I try to make sure that I hit everybody that I can at least once a month. Try to hit everybody at least once. But I appreciate you watching, and until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you when I see you. Laters.